All right, Eugene. Appreciate you having time to come talk to me today.
It's all right.
Um, First of all, I just want to ask you, where you're from in the world. How old are you? How did you hear about Fed trading?
Okay, so I'm 34 years old. I come from Singapore, but I live in London, so that's why my accent sounds a bit weird because no one can quite place where I'm from nowadays. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Was there more to that question?
No, that's good, man. How did you hear about Fed trading?
I saw the Instagram ads. For some reason they targeted me, even though I've never looked up for like Forex or trading platform stuff. So I guess whoever's doing your social media targeting ads are doing a pretty good job because it appeared a few times. Actually, funny story, I saw it like a few months ago and I thought, oh, this is interesting. But then I think at that time I couldn't save the ad, so I couldn't find that link again. So I had to like wait a few months until I saw the ad pop up again. So I'm glad that it did. But yeah, that was end of July, and I just thought I thought about it throughout the week, and I was like, yeah, why not give it a shot? You often hear a lot of these signals groups, and a lot of them tend to be quite shit. But I guess the thing that drew me to this one was that there was no like joining fee, or you have to pay like a lump sum. So I figured there's not much that can hurt from it, and I mean, I have some familiarity with these types of accounts where you have a demo account, so I know immediately you can just like test it out first and not have to lose any money to it. Um, so yeah, that's kind of sums up how I found out about it.
For sure, man. Well, I'm glad you joined the team.
I'm glad too. It's been good. It's been good. I think you do learn quite a lot about it, not just from the trading, but I think also from like a discipline and understanding that emotions cannot get in the way of these types of things. I think sometimes it's hard to disconnect that from demo accounts, but I think when you start small and you see sometimes, especially when there's like things like drawback and you see the red numbers coming up, you're like, oh shit, this is quite scary. So you don't want to take like that big a risk. And I mean, obviously sometimes you hear about people blowing their accounts because they risk like they basically go all in on something and then it goes badly for them. So you're kind of aware that you don't want to be that person.
Yeah, for sure. Well, most of these groups is quite, shitty. The Forex groups, the trading groups out there, it's close groups, and you know, they don't really help you out. They just want you inside the group to make some money, and then that's it. So that's obviously what I'm trying to change as well. So with like one little community and family, right?
Yeah, and that's something that I really enjoyed about it. I mean, people aren't there to hate on each other. At the end of the day, everyone's kind of on the same team, and they play on the same standpoint. So, everyone wants each other to do well because a lot of the signals are what people are following anyway. So you don't really have any other choice but to be on the same team, which is a good.
Yeah, exactly, man. What do you do for a living, Eugene?
So a few things actually. I have my own business. I am a designer, but I have my own studio. And then I also do head of operations for a creative agency. So I do a lot of the creative stuff, creative output, such like campaigns and digital platforms.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So it's pretty easy to fit the trading inside your lifestyle because you have your own business, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't maybe don't publish this part, but I think it's just I find the time to do it because for some reason I think people think that my job requires a lot more time, but I managed to get through it quite quickly. So I have a lot of time on my hands to kind of work on other things as well, which I think is good. I think it's important for people to have like a few different passions, a few different hobbies, just so you don't kind of stay stagnant.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, it's just a lot of people want to know how people kind of fit the trading inside your job because everybody essentially can do this if you copy trades, right? It's just about finding the time to do it within your normal job. But as you have your own business, might be a little bit easier for you to because there's no boss looking over you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think also that's the beauty of being able to work from home. Like, there's no one going to be over your shoulder checking whether
Yeah.
you're doing it as well. Yeah, I think it can be tricky. I can imagine people that have full-time jobs that are starting out to do this, a lot of the times you have to be watching things, especially if it's like a trade within a day. Sometimes, you know, especially if you've leveraged into 3 different TPs, for example, and you need to watch when to close one and when to close another one.
Mm.
You know, it's just things like that that you kind of need to be able to pay attention to. So it can be difficult, but I guess the good thing about Fred trading is that, you know, you have different signalers that work different trading
Yeah.
zones, time zones. So, you know, there's one that always kind of works for you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
at the end of the day, it's just kind of down to how much you want to make it succeed for you and how much you're willing to put in the time and effort for it, just like anything else, really.
Yeah, because we have plenty of people only using, 15 minutes a day copying the trades, and we have people using 5 hours a day, so it depends on how much time you want to put in it as well. But yeah, that's why I created the extra groups as well. So there's always, somebody to follow. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. At least that's what I try to strive for.
Yeah, and especially like since you put Max into that extra group as well, I think that the thing that was lacking before, at least during the time that I've been in the group, was that Asian trading period. You know, especially if you want to expand your audience to people who are actually within the Asian trading zone, that's something that is beneficial for it in the long term.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm curious what if there was anything, what have you learned from Fred trading? Anything in particular you wanna?
Yeah. Don't be impatient. I think it's never going to be a get rich quick scheme, these types of things. And those advertised things as get rich quick schemes are often the ones that you're going to end up losing more money because you're impatient, and then you end up getting frustrated because it's not working for you, and then altogether you just put aside that idea of trading altogether. I think patience is something that is something that you have to understand from the start, and then also discipline. You know, not every single trade is going to work for you, and you have to do your own homework and your own research as well. You know, some people it works for them where they just copy trade, but I think if you want this to be something that's more beneficial to you, it's definitely important to put in your own homework and do your own testing as well, just to make sure that your analysis lines up with the signal that you're following.
Yeah, for sure, man. But that's, if you just want to earn a little extra side money, obviously you can just copy the trades. But that's why I have the course and the chat and the community as well. So if you want to learn how to, become a trader yourself and actually live of it, then you have the opportunity to do that as well inside the community.
Yeah, which I think is a great thing. I mean, you've got like different levels of it. You know, you've got the copy trading one where that speed course can help you with that just from following the signals. And then you have the other side of it where, people are more involved and want to know more about it and just get to know the whole and understand the whole thing about trading. It's good that you've got like multiple tiers almost of it, and it's all free, which is unheard of.
It all free, yeah. It is all free, yeah.
People love free shit anyways. It's free shit that's beneficial to you. Why not, right?
Everybody loves free shit.
No matter how much money you have, people still love free shit.
Yeah, for sure. Eugene, the most important question here. Have you made any profits yet, and how much?
I have. So I started off not trading immediately, just like practicing on the demo accounts, but then slowly over the first few weeks, I was kind of building confidence just from following the trade signals. And then whilst doing that, I was also trying to understand the market and, just trading altogether. And then eventually I kind of went more towards like the scalping routine. And let's see. I started at the minimum of 350 pounds, and then eventually it got up to 500 just within the first month or so. And then after that, I started doing my own trades, and it's currently up to 2,336 pounds. So that's almost more than
That is
more than
crazy.
10 times. No, yeah, 7 times.
Seven time your money or something. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it's trying to understand everything and learning from your mistakes. I think that's where you learn the most, because if you get
For
too
sure.
arrogant and too cocky when something works, and then when it goes bad, it just yeah, it's not good. So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with it so far.
Understandable. Seven times what you started with is absolutely crazy. Obviously, you gotta keep watch of your risk management as well, so you don't lose it. But it's absolutely crazy, man. It just shows what's possible when you trade. There's so
Oh
many.
yeah,
The opportunities is just endless, really.
it
And
really is. It really is. And I think at the end of the day, if it's something, everyone wants to make their life a bit better, right? Whether they want to be rich or whether they want to support, friends or family, things like that. Everyone kind of has the same goals that align. So, this is something that Fred Trading has helped me with. I think it's made me realize that, you got to put in the time and the work for it. But also there's such a great community of people and people who know their stuff as well. So yeah.
Well, man, I'm happy. I'm happy to help you make money, and I'm happy that the community is helping you. And you gaining some knowledge, you making some money, and definitely overall making your life easier. That's the main goal, right? For me at least, to help as many people as possible to make money, and money just makes problems go away. So that's the whole end game here.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true.
I'm curious, what does the future hold for you? What's your plans going towards the future, like with trading, money wise? What is your end game?
I think for me, my strategy was always growth at a steady pace, but not one that, puts me at risk of losing everything. So, I don't want to quit my day job because I really enjoy what I do at work, but I
Yeah,
want
man.
to also like supplement what I do. Um, the extra money that comes from it can help to go towards paying for my house or taking a nice holiday, things like that. It's just kind of like money that you can use to enrich your life. So I think it's something that can live parallel with my profession, my career. And so far so good.
And that's awesome, and not everybody want to live off day trading like as the main source. It's completely fine if what you want to do is just to have it as a second income and supplement your normal job, right? So that's awesome, man. Whatever works for you, and yeah, I'm happy. Hopefully we can grow that account 7 times more.
If it just keeps multiplying by 7 every few months, that'd be insane. But I don't want to think about that. That's the slippery slope. Once you start thinking like that, it'll go wrong very quickly.
Slow and steady, man. As you said, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Just one trade at a time. Keep a good risk management, and I'm sure it's gonna grow. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, absolutely.
Right. I appreciate it. Do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to ask at all?
I mean, what was your plans for the upcoming future? Obviously, you're not really. You don't strike me as the kind of person that likes to stay in one place, and you'd like to evolve and to grow something. So I imagine that there's some like filler plans down the line for Fed trading.
Yeah, man. I mean, Fred trading been going on for over 3 years now, and obviously, I do not plan on going anywhere. I'm just gonna keep hustling and keep growing. We're growing with a lot of members every month right now, but obviously we have a lot of new exciting things in place. We're looking into making an app also. So instead of
Nice.
being on Telegram, we want to go on my own Fred trading app, and because if you have your own app, you can do a lot of cool shit you can't do on Telegram, for example. Some copier, so it's automatic, premium features. Basically, we just want to grow and grow and grow and want to be the biggest trading community in the world eventually, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Is it just you, or do you have like a team?
it's just me. I mean, obviously, I have a team for all the back end stuff.
Yeah.
Over 10 people at Fed Trading, but the only one like trading and controlling the main group and stuff, that's me. And then I have a whole team doing all the back end stuff.
Fair enough. That's a lot for one person to do, as well as send out signals.
It
I
is.
know from a business, there's a hell of a lot of admin stuff that you need to do.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I'm outsourcing that as best as I can, but mainly it's just me who's doing everything, man.
That sounds stressful.
It is stressful, but when I see people like you and other people send me, screenshots and stuff that they make a lot of money and I'm changing their life, etc. It's totally worth it for me.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Sure.
the reward there is something that you cannot really replace. So that's good. That's good that that drives you.
Yeah, man.
That's yeah. Um,
Anything else, bro?
I thought I had another question, but no, I don't think I
Also, if
did.
it's something trading related, we can just, it's just talk. Like I asked you all I wanted to ask you. So if you have any questions, just to.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know from your videos that you say in terms of using any sort of indicators, you just generally just tend to use RSIs and what was the other one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
volume.
volume and EMA as well, right? Which EMAs do you tend to look at? Because
I don't,
everyone.
I don't, I don't use EMAs, bro.
You're not okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess different people have different techniques of looking at it, so it's just interesting to hear what other people kind of use.
Yeah, I mean, there's not one correct answer because somebody trades solely on one indicator and that works fine for them for their strategy. But I'm not an indicator guy, man. I just use price action, and then I can use a few indicators for like a confirmation. Like RSI is good for like an extra confirmation, but I would never use RSI as like purely the only
Yeah,
for
that's all
that
indicator.
one. That would be stupid. You can't trade like that. So I just do price action and candle closure. That's candles and price action. It's basically how I trade. Zones, rejection,
Mm.
and that's it, man. I keep it very simple, and I've done this for a lot of years now, and it works very well for me. So I mean, that's what I tend to teach and show on my charts and analysis, and other people
Yeah,
might do something different.
yeah, I've seen. I guess it's just when you're trying to find your own feet for this type of thing, you try and find what works best for you. So everyone has their own methods and their own add-ons or indicators that they add to their charts. But yeah, it's cool to see that you kind of use like the bare minimum and make it work really well. It just goes to show you don't need all these like fancy shiny things to be able to do this well.
I just always say keep it stupid simple. There's no reason to overcomplicate stuff because some people are putting like 10 indicators on their chart and it makes no sense. It gets too complicated. Just pick whatever works for you. Keep it, very simple. And yeah, bro. I mean, the simpler the better. Obviously, if it
Yeah, you
works.
know who those people are that use all those? It's the ones that like to show their screen and then make it look really complicated so it looks like
Yeah,
they're a really intelligent person. Whereas it's like a film where they put on all these like fake screens to make things look like super high tech when it's
yeah,
just really
and then it works 1 out of 4 times, and then they share that and like, oh, look at this, bro. It's pure luck. I mean, if you
yeah,
buy and sell with your eyes closed, you're gonna hit targets eventually as well, right? So
it's true. That's true. Um, and then you said you're from Denmark. Are you from Copenhagen?
I lived in Copenhagen for 4 years, yeah, but I'm from the other end of the country.
And then you decided to move to Dubai. How come?
I would say 3 reasons. The tax,
Oh, of course,
there's no tax in Dubai.
it's ridiculous, but
Yeah,
it's
the sun,
ridiculously good.
the
Yeah,
sun as well. It's always sunny. I hate the cold and the people. There's a lot of people, and I mean, you're surrounded by a lot of very interesting people. Networking for sure is the third reason. Because you
yeah.
don't find a lot of millionaires just walking the street in Denmark, but you do that in Dubai for sure. So
I mean, Dubai is the place that attracts all these people, isn't it? So it's like a community of its own, all the millionaires hanging out. And it's like Dubai and Monaco, I guess, like the place where it's just all the rich people tend to flock to.
yeah, but the rich people go where there's no tax, bro. That's just how it
Oh,
is.
I know.
You
That's
know,
right.
the more
Yeah.
money you make, the more tax you have to pay, and nobody want to do that. So
Would you ever want to move back to Denmark?
nah, it's too cold and dark and rainy and high tax, and no, I'm never moving back. I'm gonna visit a lot, but I'm never gonna move back.
Fair enough. But then wasn't Copenhagen like the happiest city in the world or something like a few years ago?
I
What
think
happened?
so, but you can't really trust that. That's because Danish people are drunk all the time, so they think
I know, I have a lot of Danish friends. They're always.
they drink a lot, so I think that's why.
I sometimes I don't understand how someone can drink that much. I'm just like, where the hell does it all go? I just don't understand.
You just grow up, man. We grow up drinking when we're like 14 already. Like, it's just a culture. I suppose that's why they think they're happy. They're not really that happy. Danish people are very happy in the summer because they see
It's
sun,
beautiful. Yeah.
almost never see sun, but it's dark and rainy like 10 months of the year. So we're miserable the rest of the year. So I'm never moving back.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Also all these like extra traders. That sounds bad when I put it like that. All these other signal givers. I don't know if you have a name for them. Did you meet them through this platform in the first place, or did you kind of know them from before?
No, man, I meet all of them through my own trading group. It's all people who joined Fred Trading and send out trades for a lot of time. And then once I see that they're pretty decent, they get a chance to send extra trades in the extra channel. And as I also say in the extra channel, I do not take any responsibility of the trades in there because it's not me who's sending them out. It's just to give something extra to the community. So there's a lot of trades for them to follow.
Yeah.
But obviously, I always recommend to new people to only follow me because I'm kind of a little bit boring, like slow and steady, right? So I don't risk too much. I don't put out 1 million trades a day, and my hit rate is quite high. So it's kind of more like a slow and steady gain if you just follow me. But a lot of people like the gamble aspect, where they can grow it a bit faster. And
Yeah.
cool, if that's what you want to do, you can follow some other traders we have, but it's at your own responsibility, right?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they're still kind of under your name. So you if you have that slow and steady, not slow, but the steady channel, which is your VIP channel, then I guess people can't really fault you, right? If you're providing like good signals and success for that. It's
Yeah,
up
man.
to the users if they want to go into the extra and try and make more money or lose some money, however it goes for them. But that's just the way trading goes.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's up to you what kind of risk you want to go with, but we're providing everything. You can do like the slow and steady way, just following me, risking a good amount, good risk management, or you can risk higher and go into gold channel and see if you can triple your account in a week. I mean, but I would not recommend that, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah, but I think the thing that not traps, but kind of people fall into that trap of accidentally. Well, because sometimes the trades don't come out as often as they want, so they just want to enter like a whole bunch of trades just so they can exponentially grow their account.
Very impatient. That's
Yeah.
what it is, man.
I mean, we live in an age where everything is like 3 seconds or 10 seconds, right? So like impatience is at an all-time high. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I know.
And then I guess just one final question, because I'm sure you've got plenty to do. What was the one thing that you dislike the most about having to do this?
I think it's well, I mean, I both, it's the thing I like and the thing I hate the most is the responsibility of so many, like thousands of people depending on me. Because when it goes well, which is it does most of the time, luckily, I get a lot of messages from people saying, oh, you just paid my vacation, you did this, you did that, and that makes me so happy. But when we have a losing day, I also get hate messages, and it makes me mad when people send me hate messages for like 1 or 2 losing trades, because they risk 50% of their account and then they blame me for losing their money, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a hard balance, because I love it, but I also hate it. That's definitely the thing, right?
The good old double-edged sword. Sometimes good,
Yeah,
sometimes bad. Yeah, no, I know. I've seen
sure,
a
man.
lot of it. Especially, I think there was like a couple of weeks ago when it was a terrible like 2 days.
Yeah,
I saw the messages in the gold channel. exactly why I stayed out of Go channel at that time, because like it was just toxic as hell in there.
Yeah.
And it's always usually the new people that come in expecting like miracles to happen straight away too. So
It is, yeah. It's, it is what it is, bro. I mean, luckily I help a lot more people than the few that end up gambles, to gamble and lose their money. So
yeah.
so it's a good ratio. I like it, but it's a double-edged sword, as you say yourself, There's always good and bad things about everything, for sure.
Yeah. I guess it's trading's kind of natural selection. The people that get weeded out are the ones that don't want to follow instructions. So it ends up kind of being a positive in the end.
For sure, man. For sure.
Cool. Well, that's all. Thanks again for everything. Not just this interview thing, but the whole like Fred trading platform. It's been an eye opener. And I've learned a lot from it as well. And I think people end up learning quite a lot about themselves as well. So it's definitely a great thing if people stick with it and follow instructions, which seems to be common. Well, it sounds like common sense, but it's not as common as I guess we think sometimes. But yeah,
It means a lot to me, Eugene, for sure, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying to create, I am trying to create the best trading community there is out there, and I haven't seen anything yet that gets close to what we have right now. So it means a lot to me that it helped you as well, and not only making money, but also getting to know yourself a better, and yeah, it means a lot to me. So I appreciate it.
how sweet. Cool.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Right.
I got to jump. I got a new interview in 1 minute, so
Yeah. All right. Have a good one.
you
See you
too, man.
later.
Bye.
Bye.